tells us to find the error. Mark and Louisa are finding the slope of a line through 2, 4 and -1, 5. This is Mark's work, Louisa's work. They want to know who is correct and explain your reasoning. So anytime a problem I have to do an error analysis or find the error, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just do the problem myself. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label my order pairs. Label order pairs. So this would be x1, y1, and over here this one will be x2, y2. Again, if you call this x1, y1, and this one x2, y2, it does not matter. The second thing I'm going to do is write down the formula. So here we're talking about slope. Slope is the letter m. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, there's two ways of writing this. You can write the ones first. Notice how you can write the y's are on top. So you can pick either or. And you can have the 2's first, then the 1's, or the 1's first, then the 2's, but you can't mix them up. The third thing I'm going to do is a substitution. So the y2 value, if I look for that y2 value, that's going to be 5. My y1 value is going to be here. My x2 value comes from over here. And then my x1 value is going to be here. So let's go ahead and write the substitution in. So I have m equals. Now here's the most common mistake for the using slope. I can zoom in right here. In the formula, it has to have a minus sign. So when you're doing your substitution should be in a parentheses. So my y2 value should be a 5. Notice I put in parentheses. Okay, this orange one, I don't care if it's positive or negative, I'm still just going to put inside the parentheses, inside the parentheses, inside the parentheses. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is simplify. So this is 5 minus 4, which is 1. This is -1 minus 2, so that's a -3. The negative sign, because 1 is positive divided by negative is a negative. This expression is negative. The slope is negative. So my answer is -1/3. Raise your hand if you got that. Okay, what I'm going to do now is now I know what the answer is. Then I can look back and explain who is correct. So I can say Louisa is correct. Well, I can write that Mark is incorrect. If I look at my work, luckily mine matches up with Mark's. You see this? Now Louisa switched the order pairs, which is okay. And she still gets the same answer. Mark did our work, and so we can do an easier comparison. He has 5 minus 4, but he should have done 2 minus a -1. 2 minus a -1. So I wrote Mark did not subtract in a consistent manner. When using the slope formula. So if his y2 value is equal to 5, so you can put y2 above this one, and then his y1 values here, his 2 comes from the x1 value, and the negative 1 is the x2 value. Do you guys see that? How the numbers aren't the same? So if y equals 5, and y1 equals 4, then x2 must be negative 1, and x1 must be 2, and not vice versa. Vice versa just means to switch them. So that's why Mark is wrong and Luis is correct. Common mistake for finding slope.